If ever I had a video.
Hello everybody, it's your girl YettySpeaks and I'm back here with part 2 of my YettySpeaks Oscar prediction list for 2019 October edition. Now if you watched my the first part of my prediction list for October, you realize I only did a couple of categories in it. And the reason why I have to actually get this in before November is because I'm going to be doing a different one for each month. Like I said, if you watch my first one, you would know that when you watch movies and you watch award shows, many a times, some of the movies that you think are going to be nominated for an Oscar in October might end up not getting a peep in January. And that's because of momentum. As you guys know, the movie business is a capital business. And if it's not making money, or if you're not, well, maybe I shouldn't say if it's not making money, because many times the award that goes to the best movie in the Oscars is normally a movie that hasn't made a whole lot of money. But what I meant to say is that if the production company is not spending a whole lot of money on promotion and making sure that the movie is out there in the critics' eyes, many a times such a movie would lose momentum and may not be considered for anything when it comes time to Oscar time. And also sometimes if it's a commercial movie that's really, really good and has a lot of and it's a critics' darling and such a momentum push, a lot of times there could be a backlash on that movie and it could get nominated for a whole bunch of Oscars, but end up losing the big prize, which is the best movie of the year, which happened to La La Land, I believe, a couple of years ago, when they thought it won and then Moonlighting was the one that actually won. In any case, let's go ahead and I don't want to talk too much about that because I want to get into the remainder of my list tonight, so we can finish up for October. So the last time I finished with Best Actress, I mentioned also I was going to be talking about honorable mentions. So we're going to start right now with Best Supporting Actor for 2019. And I have 5 people on my list. Of course, I also have 5 people for honorable mentions. So the first person on my list is actually somebody who is on every critic's list, somebody I've loved for a very long time, Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali, I haven't watched The Green Book. The Green Book is going to be a wide release on Thanksgiving. The movie buffers and what have you, movie fanatics have actually been permitted to go watch it, and we haven't gotten to that status yet. When we do get to that status, hopefully we hope to be invited to those kind of things. But in any case, just watching the trailer of The Green Book and knowing Mahershala Ali's work, and also hearing the critics talk about him, he's the number 1 on my list. And I think he might actually be the one that will win the award, providing he doesn't lose momentum before February. The second person on my list, it's not on a whole lot of people's list, but I think it should be, is Michael B. Jordan for Black Panther. I thought he did a fantastic job in that movie, and I think others believe so. He's actually one of the actors in a superhero movie that made the villain to be more sympathetic, to the extent even more than the hero of the movie. And he did a fantastic job. He brought the whole movie onto a different level. And Black Panther in general is just a fantastic movie anyway. Everybody in the movie did their best, but Michael B. Jordan especially was fantastic in that role. And some critics are thinking that he might not win the award actually, because I think Mahershala Ali has that in the bag, as far as I'm concerned, for October right now. But he definitely should be in talks to be part of the list for Best Supporting Actor. And it doesn't hurt also that he's coming up with that fantastic movie, Thanksgiving, Creed 2. If you not watched the trailer, you guys should watch it. I also have a trailer reaction for that also, so you can check that out later on. The third person on my list is actually number 1 on many people's list, and it's actually been taught to give Mahershala Ali a run for his money in the Best Supporting Actor category, and that's Timothée Chalamet. Now, Timothée Chalamet is a young talent, very, very good actor. I peeped him last year when he was in Call Me By Your Name, as well as, what is that movie with Saoirse Ronan? I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was also a fantastic movie. When I watched Call Me By Your Name last year, I knew that this guy was eventually going to win an Oscar. And if anybody can give Mahershala Ali a run for his money, Timothée Chalamet, because I've been told The Beautiful Boy is a fantastic movie. That his performance in that movie was so great, and that for many people actually, he was the reigning person to actually get the award until Green Book came out and became a critics' darling. So Timothée Chalamet, we should watch out for him. He might actually end up being in the nomination category, and if he ends up winning it, also I won't be surprised to tell you the truth. The fourth person on my list is a repeat winner for last year, Sam Rockwell. Was it last year? I think it was last year for 3 Billboards. I think it was last year, yeah. Sam Rockwell, who I thought has always performed marvelously and is now getting his kudos with the critics. He's being nominated for his role as Donna Rumsfeld in Vice. I'm also being told that he's one of the shining stars in that movie, and I'm glad he's getting his recognition for that. I'm not sure if he's going to be a leading contender. The possibility he could be. We haven't watched the movie really, and I've not heard a whole lot about it, but I have heard that he's really good in that movie. So that's Sam Rockwell for you guys in Vice. And the last person that I'm thinking on my list for now is Daniel Kaluuya in Widows. Daniel Kaluuya gives a menacing performance as a henchman in Widows, and many people are also saying that he might be on the list because he's been nominated for Get Out, so he's actually on the Academy Awards eye. And being that the Academy Awards is now more diverse than it used to be, there's a possibility that he could inch in and be the fifth person on the list for Best Supporting Actor. So there goes my five actors in my picks for Best Supporting Actor: Marshall Ali, The Green Book; Michael B. Jordan, Black Panther; Timothée Chalamet, Beautiful Boy; Sam Rockwell, Vice; and Daniel Kaluuya, Widows. I have some honorable mentions to tell you guys about. If there's a possibility that anybody could inch in, it could be any of these five. And those are Richard E. Grant for Can You Ever Forgive Me? He's I'm not even sure why he's being considered a supporting actor because he's almost on the screen as much time. He has as much screen time on the movie Can You Ever Forgive Me as well as Melissa McCarthy. But I've been told that he does a really good job in that movie. So it won't be a surprise if he actually itches a nomination as a dark horse. As well as Sam Elliott for A Star Is Born. Sam Elliott has been toiling in Hollywood for a very long time. He's actually a very good actor. He's I've been told also that sometimes he even steals the spot away from Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. So there's a possibility that he could also be a dark horse to inch his way into Best Supporting Actor category for the Oscars. Adam Driver is also a good guy that could enter the Best Supporting Actor race. He was in Black Klansman. Some people are even saying that Adam Driver was better in Black Klansman than John David Washington. So there's a possibility because, Black Klansman has been a really good movie. The critics have loved it. Spike Lee joined. So it's a possibility that Adam Driver could actually be the one good thing if Spike Lee doesn't win for Best Director or was not nominated for Best Director, or if John David Washington is snubbed. Adam Driver could actually be the one to be nominated for an Oscar. The fourth person on the list is Brian Tyree Henry, who I got to tell you guys has been doing fantastic work this year. I believe I think he might be nominated if possible for If Beale Street Could Talk. He's also wonderful in Widows, and but I think that his role in If Beale Street Could Talk is the one that people are talking about that could be nominated for an Oscar. So let's not lose sight of that. And finally, and this I think is a real huge dark horse. I'm not sure if it's possible, but you guys know I love Bradley Cooper. I've loved his work recently, and he's also fantastic in The Vice. The Mole, sorry. That's the movie where Clint Eastwood is a 90-year-old drug mule, and Bradley Cooper is a DEA officer in the movie, and I've been told that he's fantastic in that role also. So that goes my honorable mention: Richard E. Grant, Sam Elliott, Adam Driver for Black Klansman, Brian Tyree Henry for If Beale Street Could Talk, and Bradley Cooper for The Move. So let's go ahead to Best Supporting Actress, and let's go ahead and finish this up. So my first and only person in my number one who hasn't changed actually since I started thinking about this list is Regina Hall for If Beale Street Could Talk, and I also believe she's number one on many critics' lists. It's a possibility, a huge possibility, that she has this category locked up. Regina Hall is a fantastic actress. She's the She has paid her dues in Hollywood, done marvelous work. I'm surprised that she's actually lasted this long, but I guess if you have the talent, it will actually carry you far. And that's the story of Regina Hall. She's won numerous Emmy Awards, and she is one of the bright lights, if not the only bright light, really, from If Bill Street Could Talk. So many people are saying that she might actually win the award, and many people are also saying that they're not even sure if she should be competing in the supporting actor category because she features so much in the movie. So hopefully we'll see if Regina keeps having that momentum towards February. Maybe if she campaigns more, and the movie is marketed more than it is. I think it is marketed. It's being marketed really good right now, though. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. But if she's able to continue on a campaign and everything, I think she should get it. But if anybody's going to stop Regina Hall, it'll be Claire Foy for First Man. Claire Foy is fantastic. Ever since I watched The Crown, I've loved her. She does fantastically, if that's a word, in First Man as Ryan Gosling's character's wife, Neil Armstrong's wife. I've been told that she's the life of the movie, really, and there's a certain scene in the movie where she really, really shows her acting prowess. Doesn't hear that Claire Foy, just finished up the show The Crown, winning so many accolades. I think she was the one that won the Emmy Award last in September for The Crown. She's also in a new movie about the Dragon series, and she's taken over I don't remember the actress's name role in the movie. So Claire Foy is somebody that can give Regina Hall a run for her money in the role. In the category for Best Supporting Actress. And these other two actresses are both in the same movie, Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz. If it's a possibility for the two of them being in the movie, being in this category, they probably would, because I've been told they both did fantastic job in the movie. However, if one cancels the other, I do believe that Emma Stone will be the one to benefit from it. So, but for now, they're both on my list for the favorite. And the last person on my list for Best Supporting Actress is Nicole Kidman in Boy Erased. Now, you guys know I have Nicole Kidman as a honorable mention for Best Actress. If you watch my part one of the video, my prediction list for 2019, you will see that I have her as a honorable mention for Destroyer. But I think many critics are saying that if she's going to be nominated for any movie, it will be for Boy Erased as a supporting actress, as the mother of Lucas Hedges' character, and that she gives a devastating, fantastic performance as Lucas Hedges' mom. So those are it. My Best Supporting Actress nominee for best Supporting Actress. Sorry, the actresses, and that's Regina Hall for If Beale Street Could Talk, Claire Foy for First Man, Emma Stone for The Favorite, Rachel Weisz for The Favorite, and Nicole Kidman for Boy Erased. Now let's talk about my honorable mentions. This actress has paid her dues in Hollywood. I'm not sure why she hasn't won an award yet, but I believe it's every time she comes out with a good movie, somebody else comes out with something that's better. And that actress is Amy Adams as Lane Chaney in Vice. I'm told she's also doing fantastic in that role. Although Vice has not had a whole lot of critics haven't watched Vice. The ones that I have said that Amy Adams is a bright light in the movie also as Lane Chaney. So she's a good person that could actually end up sneaking in to the category of Best Supporting Actress. Somebody else that we need to talk about, who I'm not sure might be, but I don't know if she's gonna be nominated for this role. But I do know that she's a fantastic actress, and if she's not nominated this time, she probably will in the future. Is Cynthia Erivo for Widows? Fantastic stage actress from London. Her background is Nigerian. I think one of her parents is, hence the Erivo. She's a fantastic actress. I've watched some of her London plays on YouTube and what have you, and the critics love her. So she's also a dark horse that can sneak in to supporting actress, as well as Margot Robbie for Mary Queen of Scots. Margot Robbie is somebody that we all love. The Academy loves her a lot because she was in I, Tonya last year and nominated for an actress, so she's still on the radar of the Academy. And just watching the trailer itself, you can see how much work she put into that role in Mary Queen of Scots. The last person that's on my honorable mention is Elizabeth Debicki for Widows, who is also being told is fantastic in Widows. So there it is. Honorable mentions: Amy Adams for Vice, Cynthia Erivo for Widows, Margot Robbie for Mary, Queen of Scots, and Elizabeth Debicki for Widows. So there you go. Like I said, any of the honorable mentions could sneak in to the Best Supporting Actress category. I won't be surprised if that happens. And the last thing I want to talk about, the last category I want to talk about is Best Director. And I have this list. That's my list. That's who I think, but who knows what a critic would think. I have Alfonso Cuarón for Roma, Bradley Cooper, who I love, for A Star Is Born, Barry Jenkins for If Beale Street Could Talk, Ryan Coogler for Black Panther, and Spike Lee for Black Klansman. Those are my 5 picks that I think might be nominated for director. But if I had to make a honorable mention for anybody that could actually be swiped with those 4, it will be my honorable mentions. It is Steve McQueen for Widows, Damien Chazelle for First Man, Adam Mackie for Vice, and Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favorite. Stephen McQueen has one thing going against him, and that's that Widows might not be as great a movie as the other 4 or 5 on the list, as well as First Man. I know First Man, I've been told First Man is a good movie, but it's not a great movie. Vice, I've been told is a great movie, so it's a possibility that Adam McKay could sneak in to the Best Director category, as well as Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favorite. Although I'm not hearing a whole lot about the direction of the movie from critics out in the streets. So there you go, my honorable mentions: Steve McQueen, Widows, Damien Chazelle, First Man, Adam McKay, Vice, and Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favorite. So there you go, that's my list for 2019 October edition. Like I told you guys, next month could be somebody else. You could have the same names on the list. We could not, who knows? But it's all a momentum game, and it's all enthusiasm game, like they say in politics. And when you think about it, this is really like politics, because you have to actually campaign to really win. Because if your face and name is not out there, nobody's gonna remember you when you're actually voting. That's what I think anyway. Let me know what you guys think though. If you agree with my picks, if you have other picks that you want me to put on my list next month, let me know. I want your reviews, your opinions, and comments about it in the comments below the bar. Also, please subscribe to this channel and rate this channel if you want to watch more movie trailer reactions, as well as music video reactions, award prediction list, entertainment news in general. I'm YettySpeaks. That's my reaction, guys. Till next time. Not my reaction, sorry. That's my prediction list, guys. Till next time. Bye.